everybody. So I got asked to record my thoughts and use of the Tendiboots gait analyzer. As you can see, it's here. It's absolutely tiny and it is fantastic, and I do really love it. I have taken time to get used to the product, and it does take some getting used to because you've got a lot to learn with the little app and stuff like that. I say a lot to learn. It's not loads. It's just getting your head around the thought of using it and getting it into your standard practice and getting used to just getting on and all that sort of thing. But it's actually very, very simple. It's crazy simple. I can definitely add the dogs do not mind these little bands going on at all. There's no problem whatsoever. I put them on. I guess if anything, the Velcro makes a bit of noise, but you can do that before you need to actually put them on, and then you just have to stick them on. It's nothing. And again, when it comes off, the dogs, they really don't mind at all. You do see a slight altered gait for a few strides. Again, that's pretty much gone in 30 seconds, which is really easy. So I don't have any problems from that point of view. And then you have to do your repeated walk for 7 seconds, which isn't a huge amount of time. There are some limitations with that. It is difficult when you have a dog that's pulling on lead. That's difficult. But to be fair, that's absolutely a limitation on any gait analyzer. There are difficulties with using the treadmill version. I've spoken to people who've done studies on that, and there are difficulties with using like the tech scan because they still have to walk along a path, and dogs will still turn and go off to the sides and pull on the lead or just run, all those sorts of things. So I have found some methods to limit that issue. One of the methods I use is walking backwards in front of the dog. So the dog's in front of me, the owner will hold the lead, and then I will walk backwards. Yeah, I don't really want to fall over, but so far so good. So I walk backwards and then I'm sort of body blocking them and controlling their speed, and that can work really well. Sometimes it doesn't work, and I have gone as far as to using what I call a pigboard method. Anybody who's a farmer background will know what a pigboard is. This is mine, and I've got some tape there for a reason. So basically, I just use the board to just make it a big stop. So again, it's almost like a moving wall. So I'm carrying that board. The reason why I have tape on there is because I can smear food on it to get them used to it, happy with it, not scared of it when they first go, and then I can wipe that off afterwards. So they can lick as they go, but I wouldn't measure those walks, if you sort of mean. But I love my pigboard method. I think it's brilliant. And once you've got used to it a few times, that's absolutely fine. Occasionally a dog will turn their head because they've seen a squirrel or something like that, and I just delete those inputs, and then they're not relevant. So that's absolutely fine. And in terms of a great case to talk about, like when I was first getting used to it, one of the ones that I'd done an assessment for, and then to be fair, in all honesty, it took me about a month to really get my head around going through the data, because at that point the data wasn't all consolidated, but it is now on the Tendiboots thing, so it wasn't an issue. It won't be an issue for you guys, but I had to put it all into a spreadsheet to average it. And so there was about a month past. So I had completely forgotten my assessment. I genuinely can say that. I know I had. And then I went through the results, and I obviously saw a lameness. And then when I went back to my results, it correlated with what I had found, which was fantastic because I hadn't found loads and the lameness was not severe. So it correlated really well. I couldn't visually see that lameness at all when the dog was moving. So it was really nice to be able to pick up that really low level lameness that is frankly undetectable to your own eyes. So yeah, I'm completely sold. I think it's brilliant. I'm getting used to using it. I'm getting quicker at using it, more confident. And as I say, my patients, they just take time and more runs, and that's absolutely fine. You can do it indoors, you can do it outdoors. I use it on a very straight bit of path outside my house. Luckily, I have a very quiet road, so there's no other distractions. It's really easy, and I do make sure that there's no pine cones or anything like that in the way that might alter the results. So that's very easy for me to do. Obviously, indoors you might have other opportunities, but you do need a straight run for enough space that's going to take up 7 seconds, which obviously is different for different animals. There are separate sections for walk and trot as well. So you do need to try and make sure you've got the right gait for each one. But yeah, I think it's brilliant. Hope that helps. Bye-bye.